Good day, good day, good day. Yes, it's a good day to have a good day because this is the day that the Lord has made. And Miss Adele is rejoicing and glad in it. I don't know about you, but I am. But anyway, it is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. It is 1:21 p.m. here on the East Coast, Brooklyn, New York, in the house. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know Miss Adele going to give a little whoop, whoop for Brooklyn and Red Hook. But anyway, on a serious matter, I wanted to share with you real quickly about being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. So, yeah, being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. Why might a person find themselves in that type of dilemma? Why might a person find themselves being comfortable in something that they know and are used to, but that situation is unhealthy for them? Why would you be in that situation? I'm going to tell you why. Because you're comfortable. So there are a lot of things that we choose not to do that we know we should do, but a lot of times we choose not to do that very thing because we just comfortable where I am. If I'm overweight, I'm comfortable being overweight. Although I may keep saying, oh, I gotta lose weight, I gotta get more exercise. Okay, well, if the doctor has told you that your life expectancy is going to be shortened because you're not doing these things, and then you would still choose not to do them, please make that make sense. Is it more comfortable for you to stay and still eat all them foods that are not good for you? And so, can we talk about relationships right now real quick? Because I got 10 minutes. Some of us have been in relationships that were dangerous for us. They were unhealthy for us. They were not helping us grow. People were not in love with us, but guess what? Because you prefer to be in a situation versus not having somebody to call your boo, you settled and you compromised yourself because you preferred to stay in your comfort zone as opposed to going out there and trying something new, as opposed to just walking away from something that was no good for you, as opposed to walking away, running away from something that was dangerous for your life. But you chose to stay in that situation because maybe you said nobody else will want me. Maybe you said, oh, I could do worse than this. Maybe you said, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. And these are some of the things that will sometimes cause us to stay in an uncomfortable situation because we know what we got and we know what it is. Come on, anybody been there? Some people, let's talk about you and your body, your health. Some people will be going through periods of pain in their body. They may know that something is going on with their body. And look, they're uncomfortable, but will they go to the doctor? How about them people to be having them toothaches and they're in pain, they're uncomfortable, but they choose not to go to the dentist because they like, well, I don't know, because people say root canals are bad. They might want to do surgery. They might want to do some periodontal stuff. And so, because you may be more comfortable in your pain and your discomfort, you become comfortable in that because you know that. It's like, I'm used to being in this pain. I could deal with it. I'll just take the extra Tylenol. I'll take the Oxy. And I'll just stay in this situation, as opposed to getting up out of my comfort zone to go to the doctor to see what's going on with me. Don't you want to live longer? Don't you want to live a life that's better than what it is? Now, some of us are living a pretty good life. You know, God bless you. But there are so many of you out there that you are being comfortable living in an uncomfortable situation, an uncomfortable situation where you don't know where your other half is. You don't know what the other half is doing with his or her money. Your other half that you live with don't even speak to you, don't even show you any affection. And you're comfortable with that? Why are you still there in your thinking? Not so much in the physical location, but some people have just become comfortable with the way things are. Some people will say, well, it is what it is. Life is what you make it when you let God be God in your life. Yeah. And for those of you who are still living in a comfortable situation that's uncomfortable, why? I mean, I know some of the reasons. I've been there. In relationships where I felt like I was so unhappy. Oh, I just couldn't stand it. But I never made a move to leave. I never made a move to go do something else. And, you know, of course, there's the excuse when you have young kids. Well, like the children, I don't want to upset the children. I don't want to disrupt their family life. But in the meantime, you're in an uncomfortable situation. But you know that situation. And so now you make the conscientious decision, well, I'm just going to deal with it. I will deal with somebody treating me less than I deserve to be treated. I'm comfortable in this situation because I know this situation. I don't know what to expect out there. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything different. So maybe I'll just stick with what I got. See, that's your comfort zone right there. And I just want to share this with you all, for any and all of you who see and or hear this video. Check and see if you have any comfort zones in your life. Things that you're really uncomfortable with, but you have chose to live in that uncomfortable situation. It doesn't always have to do with relationship. It could be you knowing that you should be doing more than you're doing. Maybe you should be going to school, getting a higher education, but maybe you're uncomfortable to do that because you don't know that I'm smart enough or I'm young enough or whatever. I don't have the money, so I'll just stay here. Stay in situations where it's really uncomfortable for you, but you don't want to make the move to do anything different. So you'll choose to let that just be your life, your comfort zone. So on today, just want to give you a little perspective about being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. Let me know what you think about this thought. Reach out to me and let me know. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay sweet, and God bless.